Surprise, motherfuckers.
Drive your best hit with us.
Boy, we damn sure surprised, motherfucker, because what the hell just happened? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, UFC 279 Fight Week. Keyboard Warriors. I'm Eddie Law. Fred Kirby's on his way here in a minute here. Fighting a bit of a cold and a sore throat. So I got my ass out of Vegas this time, unfortunately, because it popped the fuck off and I would have loved to be there. But came back for other shit, not because I was feeling under the weather. It just happened to be that I'm under the weather now, so that's fun. Anyway, all right. Again, you guys have seen the news. Oh, there we go. Mr. Fred Kirby.
Yo, what up, big baby?
Chilling. All right. Shout out to everyone tuning in tonight. Tank in the house saying 209. Oh, he started off with Marty and then 209. Nick Micro making an appearance. What's up? Raider says, goddamn, kid, we got all bad to the graphics. I've been for a while. Appreciate you. We made a few changes. And she goes, Kukuya. I forgot she's a big Tony Ferguson fan. Santiago was good, man. Much better card now, in my opinion. We'll definitely get into that. Otis was good. SJ was going on. Raider.
There she is.
So what's up? All right. The madness kicked off. This week has been, we're not going to talk about anything that happened in the past because there's too much to hit on for this card. So as you guys know, shit popped off on Thursday, not Wednesday night. Wednesday was media day. I was there for that. But Thursday night, supposed to have the presser. Shit pops up in the backstage with a little someone of a little brawl. Scared the shit out of Dana enough to cancel the presser. And I think all we got was Dana Rodriguez and Kevin Holland who aren't even fighting each other anymore. And so that was a waste of time. So come to Friday morning, and here's what I know from the behind the scenes. The UFC knew very early in the day, and I mean early, that Hamzat was more than likely going to miss weight. The question was by how much. Now, what the UFC story is that he was cutting. He came in heavy into the fight week heavy. He was cutting, and somehow his body just locked up. It would not lose any more weight. They sent the doctor up. Doctor says, don't cut no more weight. And so he stopped, right? That was Friday morning, okay? And then, obviously you guys all saw the footage. Comes in at 178.5, 7.5 pounds more than he's supposed to weigh for a welterweight fight. And that's when shit hits the fan. Everyone starts talking about what's going to happen. At that point, the UFC already had a contingency plan in place. All they had to do was negotiate it, and that's where it hit just all kinds of rough patches. Guys wanted more pay, understandable. Guys wanted a main event or 5 rounds like Kevin Holland did. So we'll break it down. But where we stand now, Fred, without talking about the card yet, from all that shit going down from Wednesday on, what's your thought process on this whole fight week?
Man, so much shit has happened. I literally don't know where to start. Okay, let's start here because I don't even know the answer to this yet. Why is Nate not fighting Hamzat? Hamzat stayed on the card. Did Nate refuse the fight because he was too far over?
Right. So Nate said, I'm not fighting this motherfucker because he's cheating. That's what he said. Coming in at 7.5 over is cheating. He's trying to cheat. So right. you and I talked about this before. Guys or girls come in heavy and then win the fight. Like they come in heavy and they win the fight. Sure, they lose like 10% of how many of the purse, but they win the fight. And that's a big deal because when you go to the Sherdog record, it doesn't say, yeah, they won, but they missed weight. Like no one gives a shit. They just got the W. So now that's what Nate was saying.
I find that interesting, though, to be fair, because Nate strikes me as when I first heard that Hamzat was so much over, I didn't think too much of it because I thought, okay, look, if this was any other shit weasel coming in 7 pounds over, Your ass is fucking gonna be talking to Scott Coker soon enough, or that goddamn Asian prick over in one. You're fucking out of here, son. Not only are you not getting your fight, but you're probably getting kicked out of the fucking organization for pulling a stunt like that. But seeing as how this is a pay-per-view, one of the biggest fights of the fucking year, I'm thinking if Nate says yeah, they're just going to say fuck it, make it a catchweight, and they're going to do this fight. So I've been busy all day, man, so I couldn't really follow this shit. I heard that, went and did some other shit. Then I came back an hour or two later, pick up my phone, and fucking there's a whole new lineup for the card and everything. And I'm like, well, what the fuck happened? And Nate turned the fight down, but I found that a little surprising because I sort of thought Nate would be like, fuck it, I'll take this fight regardless. Quite frankly, I'm not saying I'm not saying that's a good idea at all. It quite frankly shows growth in Nate to be like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm not just fighting anybody, anytime, anywhere, any fucking weight. I'm not letting this dude come in fucking 9 pounds over. Fuck that. I'm not taking that fight. Let him fight somebody else.
Yeah. No, so he definitely, obviously, like I said, Nate turned the fight down. Now, he did say it's because I feel like he was cheating, whatever. But it seems to me it was more like also an FU to the UFC. Now, you and I both know, everyone knows, they made this fight to make sure Nate went out on a loss, right? At least do their best to make sure Nate went out on a loss, okay? Because he got the Tony Ferguson fight, he's got this fight, and it's still the last fight in his contract. They did not negotiate another one.
Shit could not have went better for Nate. I mean, let's just fucking cut through the bullshit right now and call a spade a spade. Tony Ferguson, at this point in his career, at the very least, is a way easier fight than goddamn Khamzat Chimaev coming in fucking 6 pounds overweight is. So, no doubt about it. Nate called it easy. And look, I don't blame him. Just like fucking Nick in the fucking Robbie Lawler fight, where he fucking caught the hard one on the nose and thought, you know what? Fuck this. I'm cool on this. Nick has earned the ability to do that, and for all of us to be like, that's all good. He let Nick do what he does. Nate has earned the right to be like, you know what? I was going to fight this cocksucker for y'all, but seeing as how y'all are getting fucking cute, this cocksucker is going to come into. You know what? No, no. Everybody knows he missed weight. The fucking commission's on my side. This is all bullshit. I'm not fucking doing this. And you know, Nate and fucking his whole team, quite frankly, sometimes come off like they don't know their ass from a hole in the ground. But I think they're obviously very smart fucking martial artists and businessmen, quite frankly. And I think when this happened, at the very least, Nate's managers were probably like, oh, fuck yeah. Tony, we see you, baby boy. We know you're on the card. We know you're fucking – and ironically enough, you're taking your first fight at welterweight. How fucking convenient for us. Like, I'm sure they were just like, fucking tickled pink that this happened. Like, oh my god, Nate Diaz, of all the shit that happened here, and we'll get into all of it, whether it's Kevin Holland and Khamzat, and we'll even get into fucking Lee Jeeling, the fucking leech, and goddamn Rodriguez. We'll get into everybody, but I think of all the people, of all the shit that happened, Nate Diaz fucking wins the battle with this one. I mean, he gets a way easier fight. He keeps the headlining spot, and to be fair, it's an easier fight, but it's not necessarily a gimme. It's a big name. Nate's the biggest winner of all this shit. He fucking, let's call a spade a spade. He dodged a major bullet in Chimaev. I know the prick shot out of a cannon. He's fucked in the head. He missed weight and all the most of it. All that being said, was a fucking horrible stylistic matchup for Nate Diaz, especially at this point in his fucking career. Again, compared to where Tony's at, Nate came out fucking on the high end of this whole thing, big time, Jack.
100%. You know what? Immediately, you know what Nate told us, because we asked him, like, hey, we asked him, it's like, does the fact that that the UFC put you against this guy specifically make it hard for you to prepare for him? Like you give a shit. He goes, man, I quit preparing for it. Beat me. That's what he said. He said, I quit preparing for this. Beat me. Like he knew what was going on. He knew what they were trying to do. He's going to go in there and be killed. And if he got beat, whatever, what are you going to do? At least he's out of the contract. Now he gets a matchup that he's clearly excited for. If you saw him at the ceremonial weigh-ins, he's excited about this fight. He's like, this should have happened years ago, right? It's dope.
Okay, you're a massive Nate Diaz fan, and I think I know the answer to this question. That's why I didn't ask it, but I sort of wondered. I wonder if there is anybody on the. Is there anybody out there that feels like, I don't know, Nate's bravado and Nate's personality says, "I'll fight anybody, anytime, anywhere. Weight who gives a shit? Is there anybody out there that's turned off a little bit that Nate did deny the fight, that Nate did sort of, I don't want to say take the easy way out, but for fucks, because I mean, he didn't make Khamzat miss weight, but again, he probably could have just took the fight.
Sure.
Not fucking saying he should have, but Nate being who Nate is, I wonder if there's any section of his fan. Again, I'm in the camp that feels like he's earned the right to play some fucking cards right in his career. He's taken a lot of fights that he probably shouldn't have. Yeah. At this point, he shouldn't have took the fight with fucking Chimaev. Definitely not after he's fucking missed weight by 7 pounds. But I wonder if there's anybody out there like, oh, say, Jack, you talk all that gangster shit, but then you didn't take the fight.
So I thought about that when it first happened, right? I thought about that. I'm not in that camp that was like, oh man, I can't believe he didn't do that shit, whatever. I thought, okay, why would he turn on the fight? He just want, look, the reason he took the fight is to get the hell out of the UFC. So the goal's still there. It'll still happen, right? However, I saw him going like, oh, okay, Dana White, okay, Hunter Kemp, okay, UFC, fuck you, not doing this shit. Now I'm gonna make you work. Not only that, I'm gonna make you do what I want you to do. I'm calling the shots because the second Khamzat missed weight, okay, the second that happened, Nate Diaz had the UFC by the balls, bro, 100% by the balls. So now you're gonna pay me, you're gonna give me who I want, or you can go fuck yourself and good luck saving your pay-per-view. Literally, the second Khamzat missed weight, it was on. They're begging Nate Diaz to save the pay-per-view. If Nate goes, fuck it, I'm not fighting, and leaves, and Khamzat, okay, what are you gonna do? Kevin Khamzat as a main event? Tony Ferguson, Leach, main event? Like, what are you gonna do? So,
right,
100%. Like, this is the best thing that could have happened for Nate on the way out of the UFC. Had the UFC by the balls, he's getting paid a fuck ton of money more. So is Tony Ferguson, by the way, which is awesome. But they're getting paid a lot more. Nate's getting the fight he wants, the rounds he wants, and still, last fight in his contract, he gets the fuck out anyway. He can go out on a W and just fuck off. I'm out. I'm gonna go box.
Listen, I don't give a shit if fucking Khamzat comes out and fucking kills Kevin Holland. He's gonna be on the UFC shit list for a while.
Dana's pissed.
He cost them a fuck ton of extra money. Ooh. Everything was right where it needed to be. Now you probably cost me a couple extra $100,000 to make fucking Tony happy and fucking Nate happy and Kevin happy. I mean, pairs of fucking shoes I had to buy Kevin Holland to make this goddamn fucking thing happen. I'd be fucking pissed at Khamzat Chimaev. What the fuck? Like, dude, you can't be doing, I don't care how good you think you are, bro. You can't be doing shit like this. And let me tell you something. Fucking, I don't know if y'all forgot, but that one time Conor McGregor fucking missed a press conference and they took the fight from his funny ass. I forget who he was supposed to fight, but they took the fight from Conor. You better wake up. Don't play with them too much. What the fuck? They will, like, I don't care who you think you are. You fuck around too much, bro, and they'll fucking put you on the shelf.
Yeah, no, that shit got wild. Let's get some comments here real quick before we continue because they're piling up here. Let's see. What's up?
I love it.
Otis coming in with a fight announcement. So we'll talk about this really quick. Michael Chandler versus Dustin Poirier, UFC 281. That's the MSG card. The fight Michael Chandler wanted, the fight I wanted to see, but it almost didn't happen. Here's why. At some point, they didn't stall, but the UFC likes options, right? So the UFC, you hear this all the time. UFC reached out to me about this fight, and then they said no, I didn't hear it back, right? They reached out to Dustin Poirier, and they asked him, hey, what you weighing right now? 176 something, right?
Yeah.
It's like, okay. You want to fight with Nate? He accepted. Had a pilot on standby, all that shit. And then they ghosted his ass. Like, they didn't even get back to him. So we almost didn't even get this fight. Okay. So Michael Chandler's at home going, thank you, God. Oh my God, Tony. I guarantee he's got to send Tony Ferguson a bouquet of flowers and everything. And like conspiracy theory books and all that shit. Cause fuck, he saved his fight. I mean, what's Michael Chandler gonna do then? Fight whoever the fuck? Because Conor's not gonna fight him right now. So is what it is. All right. Here's another fight. Here's another guy that was, part of it. Darren Till versus Dricus Du Plessis for 282. That's December 10th. That's Vegas card. So Darren Till, by the way, I got to actually meet him. I say, hey, what's up and everything. A lot smaller than I thought he was. I thought he was a giant. He's not. He's a big guy, but he's not giant. But
huge.
Right. The running joke is that Khamzat Chimaev has been hanging out with Darren Till too much, and he grabbed some of his weight. So that was kind of funny. I'm hyped for this fight. Claudio Puelles against Dan Hooker, 281. This fight's gonna go under the radar. Fuck it. Wait till fight night. These guys fucking throw. It's gonna be dope. All right. Nick asking, so did Nick get part of Chimaev purse? No, because they're not fighting each other. I don't know who got that or if there was. No, you know what? Nobody got it. because they switched the fight to a catch weight. So now, because he no longer missed weight technically, because it's a 180 catch weight, he's good. What's up, Bruce? Hamza is way too unprofessional. You don't go around yelling at random dudes asking to fight right now. Stop acting like such a thug. The Costa thing, I'll tell you about that in a second. People go to jail for behaving like that. Right. So Hamza was at the PI, and so was Costa. And they started talking shit to each other real fast. And Costa was like, let's go fight. Let's fight. You want to fight me? Fight me right now. And Hamza's people held him back, or Hamza said, fucking never mind, whatever, which is a smart move. You're about to fight on Saturday. But that's how Costa was involved in that. By the way, Costa was not at the brawl. Okay. That was somebody fed the MMA junkie guy some bullshit, but he was not there. I actually got confirmation of that earlier today.
I gotta say, am I the only one that's becoming a little turned off? Obviously, Mr. Bob Trotter's fucking in the same boat with me here, but I look, bro, when you're performing like Hamza is in the cage, you really ain't got to do all this.
Just fight.
Like, bro, you got into it with Nate, which I understand. That's the dude that you're fighting, so fair enough.
Yeah.
You got into it with fucking Kevin Holland. You got into Apollo Costa and Jake Shields. It just sort of seems like you get into it with somebody everywhere you go. And like when you're fucking Colby Covington or Henry Cejudo, you sort of need that energy. Right. But when you're Hamza and you're fighting like fucking Fedor in the cage, don't get me wrong, a little bit of fucking razzle dazzle goes a fucking long way. But like at a certain point, you're doing too much, bro, and you're sort of coming off a bit like a bully or something. Like, again, we were talking before we went live. Let's just keep a bunch of shit in perspective here. And don't get me wrong, the Diaz brothers are cool motherfuckers. They are the culture, so to speak. But depending on what you're really classifying a gangster, none of these people are gangsters. They're fighters. They're fighters. They're martial artists, and they're bad motherfuckers. They are the best unarmed combatants walking the fucking planet. But when you think of gangsters, you don't necessarily think of unarmed.
Mm-hmm.
Gangsters are not boxers or kickboxers. They're fucking fat thugs that hold big guns that'll fucking shoot you. What the fuck? Right. So like this whole gangster persona, really, you can only push that shit so far before now you just fucking up the church's money. You know what I'm saying? Like at this point, again, you're doing too much, bro. You're doing the most. Now you done fucked around. And you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna just keep this rant going because I've been waiting for us to get around to this fucking question. And I know I'm gonna disagree. I think I'm gonna be in the minority on this one. So I'm just gonna go ahead and fucking throw it out there. All right. Yeah. One of the big fun questions. Was it better before or after? Right? After all these lineups. Now we've got Nate and Tony. We've got Kevin and Hamza. You've got the Leech and fucking is it David or Daniel? Right?
D-Rod, Daniel.
So I think a lot of people are in the boat that this is better anyways. I've seen a lot of comments that this is how it should have been.
Yeah.
Tony and Nate is a better fight. Blah, 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 blah. Let me tell you something. I fucking disagree.
Ha!
I disagree. I did.
Okay.
Because here's the thing. Okay, so listen. Rewind a little bit. And let's say they never did the Hamza Nate fight, right? Let's say they just did Nate and Tony. Now, let's say we find out about that fucking 2 months advance, a month and a half advance or whatever, like we did with Nate and Hamza. And then they tell you that that's a pay-per-view and that's your headliner. Nate and fucking Tony Ferguson. It's Nate's last fight. He ain't won a fight in the month of Sundays. I don't remember the last time Tony won a fight. How they're fucking 97 years old together. They're both at the very twilight. That's not a fucking pay-per-view headliner. The only reason this was on pay-per-view, again, if we're keeping it a beam, was that fucking crazy Russian twat. We were all fucking curious. How good is this guy? The magic was Nate and fucking Hamza. It's like when fucking Habib tried to box fucking Floyd. Yes, Habib, you're cute, but there was some sort of magic with Conor and Floyd that just worked. It had to be those two guys. Nate and Hamza was interesting. The camps, all of it was a vibe. Yes, of course, Nate was going to get the dog piss beat out of him, but the fact that he can take a beating and he comes on in the 4th or 5th round, you sort of was like, let's see how this plays out. I think we all know, but you never know. Now, don't get me wrong, Tony and Nate will be a fun fight and all, but what does it really fucking mean? Oh, maybe more than likely, Nate gets the win. He goes out on a high note. Then he ends up fucking boxing Jake, or I'm about to boxing Jake Silva, boxing fucking Jake Paul.
Yeah,
which is fucking cute or whatever. But at the end of the day, that's not exactly what we want. I'd rather see him fucking submit Chimaev and get the fight with Leon Edwards or some shit like that. I, for one, don't love the change up to the card. Like I was fucking content with it the way it was before. I thought the magic was in Nate and Hamzat. And again, he fucked up the church's money. I don't think this thing, I don't think it sells as many pay-per-views tomorrow night now because of this change up.
See, I disagree with that. I think so here's the thing about that. So I think it's a way better card now. Stylistically, it's more like better, like it's better matchups. The fight's gonna go longer and all that. No one's gonna get mauled, I don't think. But no, maybe Holland is gonna get taken down and mauled, but we'll see. I get what you're saying, though. There was a lot of mystery. We talked about it a lot on Wednesday between the media waiting for the fighters to show up to media day. It was just like, man, what do you think is going to happen in the main event? And 99% of everybody, I was the only one that was like, I think Nate beats him. And everyone was looking at me like I was fucking crazy, but you know, I'm fucking crazy. So yeah, dude, I'm with you on that. As far as like the magic and the mysteries, like, could he do it? Could he do it again? Could he pull off another upset when nobody thinks Nate could win? You know, Conor at 186 and all that. So I get that, but man, I think Hamza did everybody a favor by fucking up and missing weight. You know what I mean? I think Kevin Hamza Chimaev is a better matchup overall than Nate. As far as just the fights go. Not the storyline. Storyline is really good now too, but the storyline back then was, like you said, mystery. It was just like, whoa, what the fuck's gonna happen? I don't know. Like we all tuned in to watch Conor Floyd, like you said, right? And even I told you, I don't hate Conor, but I'm not a Conor fan either. And I remember telling everybody, including you, I was like, look, I'm gonna watch it. I know Floyd's gonna fuck him up, but he's our guy. He's like with your friend group, right? You got that one asshole. He's an asshole, but he's our asshole. Conor McGregor was our asshole, and he was going into their arena to try and beat him. And if he pulled it off, holy shit, we could talk all our shit, and it's gonna be crazy. He doesn't pull it off. He wasn't supposed to. That's the same feeling I got this fight with Hamzat.
And it's a good comparison because I feel like Nate had about as good a chance at beating Hamzat as Conor did of beating Floyd. Like, of course he's not going to, but going into the fight, you can sort of make those arguments that Nate comes on the later rounds. Hamzat gassed against fucking Gilbert. That was 3 rounds. That was 3 rounds, right?
Yeah, 3 rounds.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was the main event, wasn't it?
Was it? I don't remember.
Otis gonna beat me too, but I'll look it up.
Either fucking way, the point is Nate was going to come on late. You can make the argument, at the very least, you can make the argument that fucking Nate, you know, if it gets to a 4th or 5th round, Nate might be able to really turn this thing around.
That was 3 rounds. That was an Apex card. That was Volkanovski Zombie.
Okay. So there you go. 3 rounds. He gasses out a little bit at the end. You think Nate gets him into the 4th, 5th round? He might actually be able to do something here. That question made it fucking interesting. Anyways, yeah, the Conor thing is a good comparison because, like, of course Conor's not going to win, but say what you want going into the fight, especially if you're an MMA fan. Listen, people fucking, fucking have a revisionist history. Now Conor's fucked. His legs broke. He's been knocked out a couple times and shit. At the time, he was coming out that crazy fucking win over Eddie Alvarez.
Yeah.
We was fucking drinking the Kool-Aid. It's like, yo, this little prick hits really fucking hard. All he's got to do is hit Floyd one time. Maybe he could do it. Maybe Nate could get to that 5th round. That maybe is what sells this fucking thing. Now, I'll shut up in a minute too and just let you finish your point. But to your point, the fights are better. Tony and Nate will be a funner fight to watch. But you know what? Fuck that. I'm not taking it back. No, I don't know that it would. I think it'll be more competitive for sure. But again, we don't know what Nate would have done with Hamzat. That's also me assuming that Hamzat would just steamroll Nate. I know we all like to do that, but that's the glory of this. This is not the WWE. Kamaru Usman did not win that fight against Leon Edwards. Crazy fucking shit happens. What the fuck? Like,
right. No, and you're right on that. And I will never know because we're never going to get, more than likely, we're never going to get Hamzat again.
Right. And that bums me out. That does bum me out. I do that to your point. Holland and Hamzat, I think might be a little bit more evenly matched.
Yeah.
Again, Nate and Tony are definitely more evenly matched, better points in their careers in the whole most of it.
Yeah.
But that was good stuff, man. Nate and Hamzat was going to be an interesting thing. It was almost just too good to be true. The fucking MMA guys just couldn't let us have it.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing, right? MMA guys would destroy that. Real quick, guys, if the YouTube streams screwing up for you guys, we're also on Twitch. We're also on Facebook at the Keyboard Warriors page. Give that shit a like if you're on Facebook. Hit keyboardwarriorsmma.com. It's a landing page. Scroll down a little bit, and you'll see all our outlets right there. So hit one of those up if this one sucks. If the YouTube stream sucks for you, for some reason, YouTube throttles us because we're not huge. So it is what it is. All right. Anyway, yeah. So you're right. So it would have been more compelling, like, as far as like the wonder of it goes. But as far as matchups, man, two guys near the end of their careers and moving up to 170 to fight. Tony finally moving up to 170 to fight. I'm down with that shit. So we'll see. But yeah, let's get some more comments in here. We'll move on. Oh, this is Derek Brunson for Jacker Manson for December 3rd. That is such an underrated fight. Jacker Manson is the nicest guy that can beat the fuck out of you at 185 ever. That guy's, 85 or 205, whatever it is. Anyway. Hani Yaya versus Cody Garbrandt October 1st. I think Cody fucked up. If he doesn't knock out Hani, dude, he gonna get taken down and submitted quick.
But fuck, man, he should have the fucking the defensive grappling abilities to at least land it.
Yeah.
If he can't knock out fucking Hani Yaya, it's time to fucking it's done for him in the UFC, son.
Cody loses this fight. We'll see him in bare knuckle boxing later this year. Or early next year. Keep in mind, Kevin Holland called it Hansa before. He did. And this is why you guys saw this video maybe on Instagram. Holland gets on the story or whatever. He goes, if my fight's not 5 rounds in a main event, I'm gone. Peace, some shit like that. And so he got a little bit of flack for that. So obviously he took the fight anyway because he got paid. But he did call him out before, so we'll see. The problem with it is, I think Rogan, not even the problem, but Rogan asked him at the weigh-in ceremonials. He's like, hey man, do you think this is a better matchup for you? Kevin Holland. He goes, no, but it's gonna be fun. Like, damn, Kevin.
I've seen that.
He's not. Kevin Holland's the most honest dude, one of the most honest dudes I ever met. He'll tell you straight up. He at media day, he asked us. He goes, "Hey man, what's going on with Strickland's finger?" While he's looking for something on his phone, and someone told him, he's like, "Yeah, I think it's infected." And Kevin Holland goes, "Man, I told him to stop fingering men's buttholes." And I'm sitting there going, like, "God damn it, Kev." All right. Anyway, some more comments here. Not at all. I don't blame Nate for not taking the fight. It's basically a 10-pound difference. It'll be more once they hydrated. Let's see. Was the UFC gonna pay him to face Hamzat still? That's the other thing. I guarantee Nate asked for a fucking a Lamborghini yacht or some shit. Hell no. And I feel like most fans have always wanted this fight. Everyone's been asking for Nate and Tony for years. It is like years too late, but at least we still get it. Now Nick says, I agree with you, Eddie. I thought about that too. They had to pay him no Diaz, no card. If you remember, I forgot what card it was that they lost the main event and they turned it from a pay-per-view to a fight night really quick. So it went from like they were gonna make millions of dollars to 3 fights. Let's see. Santiago says Nate versus Tony long overdue. 100%.
Facts.
It's a different story if Hamza came in at 172 and 173, not some dog on 179. Exactly. I think Nate still takes that fight at 172. Not only that, I think Hamza would have continued to cut.
Yeah, I agree. I think Nate would have took the fight if it was at 172, 173.
Yeah. You're lagging big time. You want to jump off and back on?
Yep. I'll be right back. I'm gonna
gotcha. Fred hates his fucking internet. He's been trying to get those assholes to fix it for years. And every time they come out, they fix it for like 5 minutes and it's fucked again. He'll be back in a second. Again, just a reminder, if this is like shitty for you guys as far as YouTube goes, keyboardwarriors.com. You see our Twitch, you'll see our Facebook. And then if you go to Twitter at Elot32 or at Keyboard MMA, we're on Twitter. It used to be Periscope or some shit. So there you go. All right, moving on. Let me scroll back up here. Here we go. The only person that can cause that much trouble is John Jones. He better know. John Jones knows about that shit. And he will be on ESPN Plus cards for a little bit. Hamzat, it depends on what he does this weekend. If he puts on a crazy show, you can't deny him. He won't headline the pay-per-view for a while, but still. Connor's supposed to be Nate Diaz UFC 200, but he bailed in the press conference. That's right. Did you ever find out why he bailed? I can't remember. It's fucking been a while. He is that blue belt in the gym that thinks he can beat all the white belts. Well, shit. What's up, Nick? 3 rounds for Hamzat and Burns. Yeah, we saw that on there. I still can't believe that was only 3 rounds. Can you imagine that went 5 rounds with Hamza as gas as he was? Shit. We might be seeing Nate. We might have seen Nate versus Gill. Shit. UFC 273, he beat Burns, right? Yaya gets him down. That fight is over. Exactly. Honey, I more than likely fucks him up since it's over. I got Tony with my buddy at work. He got the pick. $20 win. I'll pay to see Nate win 100%. He tweeted the fight. This fight is yesterday. I tweeted about it. And then because I thought it was stupid not to do it. One of my boys, Alex Behunin, you guys know him on Twitter, at Alex Behunin. He tweeted all 3 fights yesterday. I only tweeted the Tony Nate one, but he tweeted all 3 fights yesterday. Okay, he tweeted the all 3: Nate, Tony, Holland, Chimaev, and Leach, D-Rod, after the brawl canceled the presser. So he looks like an oracle now. Shit. 267 change from pay-per-view to free TV event. There you go. YouTube stream on HD. I saw. Appreciate you. He's the new John Jones. Chimaev, I don't give him that yet. We gotta see Chimaev get arrested or some shit. I know this is looking ahead, but who do you guys got winning Charles Oliveira versus Islam Makhachev fight? Let me wait till Fred gets back. I'll ask him that because I think we're gonna have different answers. Oh, here we go. All right, Fred, we got a question here. He goes, I know this is looking ahead, but what do you guys think? Who do you guys got winning the Charles Oliveira versus Islam Makhachev fight?
Ooh, Jesus Christ.
Right?
I don't know, man.
That is a motherfucker of a fight. And like a lot of people I talk to have like heavily leaning Islam Makhachev. I am never gonna doubt Charles Oliveira ever.
Yeah, this is a classic case of head says Islam, heart says Charles.
Yeah.
Like it seems like Islam might be a bad matchup. We have, I mean, as dynamic as Charles Oliveira's BJJ is, we have seen him get stifled on top before. We have seen him sort of get smothered and smashed. Not in a while, but it has happened in his career. I guess that sort of just becomes the question. Has he literally like evolved past the guy that did succumb to those, the guy that got smashed out by Paul Felder? Is that guy literally dead and gone? Or is that guy still somewhere in there if you push him hard enough and you really get him down there and pound on him and avoid his sort of fancy little fucking, razzle dazzles on the ground? Fucking can he still be smashed out? If he can, Islam will do it. But in his last fucking, but to be fair, in all of his last performances, I mean, none of them have been like Islam, have they? They've all been strikers, right? Like, don't get me wrong, very impressive guys, but they've all sort of fought him in the same way, which seems to not be a very smart way to do it anymore. Islam's not going to fight him like that. If I had to bet my fucking children on it, probably Islam Makhachev. But I'm going to say Charles Oliveira because I want him to win. And I think if he wins, it'll be a lot more of an exciting fight, an exciting finish. I think even if Islam finishes Charles, it'll be one of those boring sort of workman-like fucking, even if he sort of opens him up, it'll be just boring and workman-like. If Charles wins, it'll be because he fucking lands a flying triangle or a flying knee or some shit.
I'll tell you a story about UFC 274. Charles Oliveira just engaged. Charles Oliveira misses weight because of the scale, not because he missed weight, and gets stripped of his belt. And I saw like a hurt in his eyes that I've never seen in a man before. That he fit the hurt in the eyes of a man that knows he just lost the world, right? So we get through that and whatever. We go to ceremonials. We were all, and so when you do media, the first row or so is all Dana White guests. And then the next 4 or 5 rows is media. And then in the back where all the cameras are, it's all, camera spots. So when I set up in the camera spot, because I have my camera, I want to get some stills, whatever. I had to book it out to take a piss. So I go out and I took a wrong turn and I went to the tunnel where the fighters were, which, whatever. As soon as I noticed where I was, I started turning around. When I turned around, Charles Oliveira was like in my face almost. Right. And I go, and here's my dumb ass goes, oh, hey, Charles, how's it going? He don't speak English. You know what this motherfucker said? He goes, and I didn't know it at the time. He said it in Portuguese, but after, because he kept repeating this shit over and over again, and they got translated, and I'm like, that's what he fucking said to me. He said, the champion has a name, and his name's Charles Oliveira. He kept saying Charles Du Bronx, right? And so once it got translated and I realized it, I'm like, he said it to a random ass motherfucker that was walking up. The self-belief you gotta have to chant that shit repeatedly and say it to anybody that will listen is a self-belief that I will not doubt. Charles Oliveira will overcome and will beat Islam Makhachev, whether it's decision or finish, doesn't matter. but I'm not gonna doubt Duke Bronx, man, ever. That was an insane moment that I'll never fucking forget ever, dude. Seriously, ever since I got into this thing, going to events and covering them and shit, I've experienced so much shit that I realized a lot of other reporters like take for granted. I shit you not, dude. I'm back there. I absorb everything. I appreciate the fuck out of every fighter that comes in to talk to us. It's wild shit.
You know what? Quickly,
Yeah.
you know what I appreciate about this fight, man, is
Yo.
that it's a very organic fight.
Right.
Like
It wasn't a setup. No one got a bump. No one got fucking pulled from the bottom.
Right. It's not like you know, it's not an interesting fucking matchmaking fight. You know, we had to give Islam the fight. Charles has been the champ. I mean, yeah, he missed weight or whatever, but he's the king. It's undisputed. It's very much a fight that we all agree on from an entertainment standpoint, from a promotion standpoint, from a merit standpoint, from the hardcores to the Joe Blow dickheads at 55. That's the fucking fight. Unless you're just really out of fucking space and you're like, give Connor the fight.
Yeah.
Much I love Connor. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're even remotely realistic about what's fucking possible or what should be, this is the fight that we all agree on. And it's just there because it's fucking merited. And it's just the fight that has to happen.
Right. No, and you're right on that. Like it's a fight that was, like you said, organic. They worked their way to it. That's how it is. That's how it used to be. That's how it used to be pre, Endeavor. Remember I told you when the UFC sold them, like, this will never be the same again, ever. It's all money fights. It's all this bullshit, whatever. So
it kind of is. It kind of is. Not always, but yeah, it's definitely different. It's definitely different.
Yeah. So all right. Jesse, what's up? What's good?
There he is.
And right to Raider. Hey, Raider beats me to it. Oh my God! Did you like dance around your house when Juliana got her face beat in? Jesse probably didn't even know that happened, but he probably smiled. He said, he goes, I can't say that I smiled, didn't blossom on my face. This fucking guy. Oliveira's the most underrated fighter ever, probably. Yeah, you can make that case for sure.
Yeah.
Duke Bronx is a Hall of Famer, bro, and he will be. Okay. Charles definitely fought a higher level competition in Islam. That's the thing. So So everyone talks about, why is Islam getting a title fight? He hadn't faced the same type of competition. They said that about Habib too. So it kind of is what it is. Let's see. It is. It says Islam's getting that belt. Oliveira has been pressing his luck too much with these big hitters. Islam can strike and submit you. Islam can strike, but he's not Justin Gaethje striker type of guy. He's not a Mike Chandler striker. Mike Chandler could wrestle his ass off too. Okay. And Charles Oliveira fucked him up. So, I'm telling you. Yeah. He told you. Yeah, talk about it, Jesse. Did I tell you a story of me and Pena? There's a reason Jesse hates Juliana Pena, and I will let him tell that one day. I'm sure he'll you'll have time to come back on and do that shit, Jesse. Let me know. All right. Shit, we're kind of like just shooting the shit today. We kind of hit everything ish. So let me pull up the card real quick so we can talk. A lot of good fights on here. Johnny Walker's fighting Yanko Talaba. That's somehow going under the radar. Understandably still going under the radar. What other fights we got? You didn't have that on Macy Kiasen. How do you say her name? Shasan, something like that. That is now a catchweight fight because Macy had trouble making weight, and because they didn't know that is that fucking nice, and I'm sure she got a little bit of bump on pay or something. That fight became a 140 fight, catchweight. Johnny Walker Yanko Talaba is a dope fucking opener. Okay, and don't sleep on Leach and D-Rod, man. What's up?
I was just going to say that's a perfect sort of opening fight. Should be fucking sheer chaos for as long as it lasts, and that should be just enough to get us nice and wet going into the second fight of the evening, which had fucking weight problems. I mean, this fucking card, it's either going to be fantastic or fuck
or awful.
It has had a real shaky fucking lead up to the fucking fight, man. This is all either going to turn out great or it's going to be a shit show.
100%. Yeah, either way, I'm here. I'm watching and covering it, so whatever. But I talked to Johnny Walker a couple weeks ago, and the self-belief in that man, dude. He said he touches on this on media day, but he used to be sponsored by a CBD company, and CBD obviously has a little bit of THC. Well, somehow the THC or CBD, whatever, affected him so badly. It fucked up for like 3 years. It was bad. So now he's off that stuff. And dude, he sounds and looks like a new man. Here's another one, another little behind the scenes. At media day, I think we had gotten through everybody but Nate. Nate made us wait 2 hours. Okay. He was scheduled for 2:00. He showed up at 4:15. And then he sat with us for 10 minutes and bailed. But at some point, I was like, I gotta take a piss. So I go down the long hall where you see all the tough jerseys, and then you hit a right and there's a bathroom. I go in the bathroom and I'm taking a piss and I hear someone walking behind me. And I turn around, whatever, to go wash my hands. It's fucking Johnny Walker's giant ass. And I'm like, oh shit, dude, you're bigger than that thigh. He's huge. He's a giant man. What the fuck? So anyway, so I got to talk to him a couple weeks ago before the fight. And, new guy, dude, he's ready to go. So I think a lot of people are kind of shitting on him a little bit because he's won one of his last 5. He's like 1-4 in his last 5. It's not good, but I'm telling you right now, after having that conversation with him, go check it out at Cage Press YouTube. But after having that conversation with him, I think he's gonna do something spectacular on Saturday. So we'll see.
I'm about to break the fourth wall a little bit.
Yeah.
Here, but fucking, we should do from now on. We should try to reach out to at least one fighter per card, get an interview with them, and then when we're doing the show leading up to the event, like tonight's show, we should splice in a little bit of that interview during the show. Now, you're a fucking lot more of a tech fucking person than me, so I don't know how the fuck we would do that, but I know you do. And like whatever the fuck you was just saying about the Johnny Walker interview, instead of telling these fucking twats to go to YouTube, which none of them are, yeah, exactly. You can fucking splice in fucking 30 seconds or a minute of that interview right here and then cut back to us. We'll talk about. So there you go, you little cocksuckers. When y'all see that fucking, just know that it got discovered right here live on fucking air.
There you go. Hey, we'll do that shit. I'll work on that. I actually have my goal is always to get at least one fighter of each pay-per-view. Like each fight night's kind of hard to get, but because so many, but each pay-per-view I always try to get like 1 or 2 interviews after that. And
even if we gotta get a fucking curtain jerker, just anything we can fucking, you know what I'm saying, and then fucking splice in a little piece of the interview, that'd be fucking good. That would've been great. Again,
fuck the fourth wall. I got stood up by Irene Aldana and Chris Barnett. And the Aldana one is not surprising. The Barnett one a little bit, but it is what it is.
Oh man, and you already know because you actually fucking would listen to Stand and Bang when fucking shout out to fucking Big Aaron. When me and Aaron used to do Stand and fucking Bang, man, we had so many fighters stand us up, but we also had so many nightmares. And I forget who was it. Was it fucking Efren Escudero? Somebody did the fucking interview
from the beach.
From the beach, son. It was fucking. It's like, yo, Efren, are you in the middle of a fucking hurricane? What the fuck is going on over there? And then Rich Franklin, loved doing the fucking interview with Rich Franklin. Shout out to Rich. That was fucking amazing. But he's in his fucking car. He's fucking doing the turn signal. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Every fucking, and he must have been in fucking Bangkok somewhere.
Oh my
every
God.
30 fucking seconds he's turning. That cocksucking thing's coming on. We can't ask him a question without it fucking digging in the background. These fighters, it's fucking chaos trying to interview them, but like it's fun when you get a good one in.
Escudero made me I fell over laughing hearing that shit. Like, yo, what the fuck's going on? And then that one. There was another one. I forgot what other one.
I give it to Aaron. He was like, yo, listen, you gotta go to your car. Like you can't sit on the beach and do this interview, my guy. We can't hear fucking nothing. The wind is howling.
Yeah, no, that shit was funny shit. Anyway, let's see. Come on, comes here. Since I'm here, Jake Paul beats Anderson. I give up on all boxing. Funny enough,
we're gonna get to that. Let's focus. Let's get through this because I fucking want to get to that.
So. Hey, Nick and Jesse, remember? He goes, "Oh my God, the interview on the beach, the infamous beach interview, dude." I'm telling you, hey, OGs, everyone's been hanging out with us for years. No Stand and Bang days, and that shit is like famous. That and Matt Brown talking about anything but fighting was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that was fucking. We got lucky with that one.
Jesus, man. I wish Aaron was still doing this shit because he was good at getting interviews on that. All right, other fights on this card. Hakeem Dawodu misses weight, taking on Julian Rosa, Juicy J, who by the way listens to 3-6 Mafia. You ever hear that song? That was like it's like ooh, chick your head. That shit.
Yeah.
He fucking leaves media. He talked about that song on Media Day, and then he left fucking just like singing that. He's like woo, chicken head. Like it was funny as shit to hear a white dude do that on the way out. Catchweight fight, I think 220 catchweight fight. Jonathan Almeida. What's up?
We got to hurry up because I know we're running behind at this point. I want to talk about the Jake Paul. I just want to quickly say I need to get on some of these interviews too, man, because I get so tired of these tired. Like I want to know. I always said I sort of wanted to be the Howard Stern of MMA. I think I might bring back that philosophy. I want to know the shit. Like I always wonder what sort of pussy these guys like getting, or which one of y'all are fucking gay. Because by proximity, somebody has got to be fucking
Had
gay.
to
There's
be.
nothing wrong with it. I just think it's fucking cool, actually. If one of you is gay and outwardly gay and you're a fucking badass motherfucker, that's fucking cool. Or like what music you listen to. Sometimes you think it's like, oh, dorky little white boy, but probably listen to fucking trap rap that you've never heard of. Like, I know there's sort of fucking non-fight related questions, but like I'm very interested in that. Like who's fucking smashing, who gets the most pussy? And enough with the Luke Rockhold, you know what I mean? Like who's really fucking catching the goddamn herpetitis back there?
Dude, fucking funny enough on that shit too. Like, and I didn't go that far, but that's a good idea. I did this 10 question questionnaire, old questionnaire. I don't even want to explain where it comes from because it's a long history of it. But it's got questions like, what's your favorite sound? What sound do you hate? What's your favorite word? What word do you hate? And I asked Johnny Walker, I said, what's your favorite cuss word? He thinks about it, and like a child grins and he goes, cunt. I'm like, I made me laugh so hard. I don't know why, but yeah, but that's a good idea. I can get into that kind of stuff. All right. Very quickly through the rest of the card, and I'm not even gonna talk about any of the other ones. Jamie Pickett's on the card, Jake Collier against Chris Barnett, who by the way becomes the second UFC heavyweight to miss weight. Somehow there was weight misses fucking everywhere here. Norma Dumont taking on Daniel Wolf. Laura Senko on the broadcast said Norma Dumont has a dump truck. So now we're allowed to say that, so that's good. Yeah, so there you go. Early prelims kick off 3 p.m. Pacific time at 6 p.m. Eastern time, followed by 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. obviously, and then pay-per-view card as usual, 7 p.m. on the West, 10 p.m. on the East. Check your local listings, shit like that. I would say that I wouldn't trust the streams on this pay-per-view because it's gonna get loaded. So if I'm you, I get with my boys, buy the pay-per-view, hang out, make a night of it because it's gonna be like you said, it's either gonna be fucking awesome or fucking awful. We'll see. Nick says Fred and O'Malley interview would be awesome. Oh, that would be fucking great. Can you imagine if you got O'Malley? Damn.
You'd be surprised too. O'Malley's fucking on his high horse, so he'd probably say no. But listen, one of the fucking best things that Aaron taught me about interviewing and getting interviews was closed mouths don't get fed.
You gotta ask.
Fuck it. You bullshit a little bit. You talk about you fudge up the fucking views a little bit, make yourself seem a little more professional than you are, and you just throw it out there. We got interviews with fighters that I thought we'd never get, a la Boss Rutan and Rich Franklin and a bunch of people actually. Fucking Raquel Pennington. We had a bunch of people on. And then there were some people I thought we'd get for sure that we didn't even get a response from. Yeah. So you just got to fucking throw a bunch of it out there and you'd be sort of surprised at who you'd get. I don't think we get Sean O'Malley, but listen, worst thing you can say is no.
Worst thing you can say, dude. And that's the thing about like I had a kid hit me up on DMs. He was like, hey man, I know you're a journalist, you used to do hard news and all that. Again, fuck the fourth wall. You used to do hard news and shit. What's the thing? I want to be a journalist. What's the thing I need to know? You're gonna get told no a lot, and you gotta live with that, and that's it. And don't get any feelings about it. Just keep fucking going. Right. And I think he just graduated from USC, some California School of Journalism. He's killing it. So let's go.
Listen,
I'm not taking credit. I'm saying
that's actually a good piece of advice for life in general.
100%.
Like shit, whether it's no or just things not going your way, like. You're going to get the negative end of shit often in life. Just fucking eat it and keep moving. Like, don't get in your feelings about it. Don't take it personally because that shit's just going to happen. It's going to happen again. Only thing you can do is deal with it and keep it moving.
Bro, it took me 10 years to be able to go cover UFC.
Yeah.
I got told no a million times, and I finally got that one yes, and the yeses keep rolling in because I did a good job. So,
right.
All right. Hezbollah could be your Beetlejuice. Yeah. That's just funny. Dan would love to come back on, just chop it up with y'all anytime. Do it. Fuck. Get Fred all fired up was my favorite activity. It was. Dude, Jesse would come in with like hot takes just that he knew would piss you off. It would be great. I was on that Rocky one. That was a good one. There you go. And then, so anyway, let's talk about what they were to talk about. Please, God, don't let Jake Paul win over Silva. It will be a sad night for all of us. Jake Paul, Anderson Silva, October 29th, my backyard, Phoenix, Arizona. I'm actually trying to get credential for that one, so stay tuned to see if I can get in there. But that is surprising to me, but it's not surprising that there's questions about it, but the validity of the questions is kind of wild. Like, everyone's like, oh, Silva's like fucking 100 years old and whatever. He hadn't fought that long or whatever. Or he hadn't been boxing for that long or whatever. And Jake Paul's kind of like squeezing the juice out of that one, saying like, no, well, he's a legit boxer. He's got a couple knockouts on his record. He beat Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. I'm not a great boxer. I'm a decent boxer, okay, but Cesar Chavez Jr. is not like elite. I think most people will beat him. Not me, but I'm saying like most pro fighters that are seasoned and good will probably beat the shit out of him. And we did see Tito get knocked the fuck out. He had no business in there, but it's a solid fight. And I'm excited for it. Jake Paul kind of stepping up, taking a bit of a challenge, and Anderson Silva is like, yeah, pay me. So it's kind of a win-win. What do you think?
I fucking love this fight.
Yeah.
I love this fight. And I'll tell you why I love it. Because nobody knows what's going to happen. Again, man, the real money is in the not knowing, the curiosity. Like, look, on the surface, it's fucking one of the greatest fighters of all time against a YouTube star.
Mm-hmm.
On the surface, you think Anderson's going to fucking kill this kid. And you can make the fucking argument that is the case. You could also make the argument that Anderson's almost 50 years old. He's only boxed professionally twice against fucking Tito fucking Ortiz and some twat that even people in the boxing community have zero respect for.
Right.
Jake Paul's half his age. He's a big kid. He fucking slept Tyron Woodley, like it or not. He slept Ben Askren, like it or not. I don't look. Anderson Silva could come out and fucking recreate the Forrest Griffin fight. I mean, just style on Jake and make him look like a complete fucking idiot. And I'd be like, well, fuck yeah, I knew it. Or Jake Paul could come out and knock Anderson Silva the fuck out, completely sleep him. And I wouldn't have said that going before the Tyron Woodley fight, but seeing what he did to Tyron, and don't all you guys suck my dick. I already know. I know Anderson's a lot bigger than Tyron, and he's a way better striker. I don't give a fuck. Anybody can get fucking slept. The kid's a big fucking kid. He hits hard. He's not fighting in the WBA, whatever the fuck the professional boxing organization. He ain't fighting there. He's not in the UFC. This ain't water, slaughter, blada. So he's on every fucking steroid that the multi-million dollars he has can pay for. If you think he can't knock Anderson Silva out, you're out of your fucking mind. Now, I'm not saying that's the likely outcome, but if you think that little roided up prick ain't able to do it, you're fucking crazy. Again, Anderson's almost fucking 50 years old, and this fucking prick's, again, roided off his tits more than likely. At the very least, let's say I'm being fucking cynical and he's got no steroid. He's in good fucking shape, and he's a big kid that punches hard. At the very fucking least. Young as fuck in the prime of his fucking life physically. So, I don't know. Any one of those things could happen, and in hindsight, I'd be like, damn. Holy shit, Jake Paul really does hit hard and he's big. Anderson's old. Or holy shit, Anderson still got it. And that Jake Paul kid was way out of his fucking league. I don't know, and that's what makes it fucking compelling.
Right, exactly. So it's the don't know, like you said. Like, first of all, when he fought Ben Askren, we were all kind of like, we kind of know what's gonna happen here. When he fought Tyron Woodley, though, that's what made us watch that first one. We're like, we don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. The second one, though, we kind of knew what was gonna happen.
Real talk, I'll be honest, I didn't know what was going to happen before the Ben Askren fight. I knew Ben Askren didn't have great hands, but I was in the camp that was like, well, what the fuck? He's a professional fighter. It's Jake fucking Paul, man. At least Ben can probably work with Jake Paul. And then he got fucking slept, and I was like, oh, shit, okay, maybe Jake's okay. And then he fought Tyron Woodley. Like, okay, so listen, Ben Askren's Ben Askren, but like, Tyron can actually thump a little bit. Then he fucking beat him and then fucking slept him in the rematch. I mean, I don't want to keep doubting the twat. What the fuck?
Yeah. No, but that Askren thing, I was just like, man, I've seen Askren's hands. He can't box. Now, on your point, not knowing what was going to happen, that's what made everyone think he took a dive. And he might have. Who knows? But still.
He died when he got thunderstruck.
Shit. All right. Mason says Jake doesn't have the ring IQ or footwork to deal with even a 47-year-old spider. Right. Silva's very smooth with it. His footwork is fucking great. Jake Paul's taking a risk here. Now, if he gets knocked out by Anderson Silva, he could just be like, hey, I got knocked out by the legend. What are you going to do? And he just keeps fighting. He beats Anderson Silva. I beat a UFC champion legend. Yeah. He keeps going to bigger shit. Either way, it's a win-win for both guys.
Yep, so, I agree.
Anderson gets paid like a motherfucker if he loses. He gets paid like a motherfucker if he wins. And then he probably gets bigger fights too if he really wants to keep going. Nick says, I wanted this fight for the last 2 years, but if Anderson loses, someone hold me, please.
Listen, if he fucking loses, he's fucking 132 years old and senile. I mean, it's an easy out for him too. He's
Yeah.
fucking 47. He quit actually giving a fuck about fighting like 6-7 years ago. Like real talk.
Yeah. No, 100%. But shit, it's just a weird fight. And honestly, I was like, all right, I want to go cover it. I'm more like just in the wonder of like the circus of it. I know Nick is gonna be like super invested in it, but I know one of my guys wants to go too. But he really wants to see Jake Paul get knocked the fuck out. So we'll see. SJ says I like to see Mike Perry fight Jake Paul in bare knuckle. Jake Paul not stupid. He ain't taking that fight. But I'd love to see it too. All right. Let me see. Check for headlines here. I didn't even think about doing any big cap. This has been like a more chilled out podcast, and it's a lot more fun that way. I like it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But I mean, yeah, we'll get, we're gonna keep it moving and shit, like for the next shows and all that. But still, checking the headlines here. Do you have anything else you want to touch on before we get out of here?
Just Holland, Chimaev quickly.
Yeah.
Quickly, the new matches because I do got to go soon too.
Oh.
I'm sure you do too.
Yeah.
So quickly, okay. Now, all that being said, water under the bridge. Fucking Nate Diaz, Tony Ferguson. Who do you like in the fight and why?
Nate Diaz, because fucking Nate Diaz. No, but I think stylistically it's a great matchup. Both guys are skilled in the hands. Both guys are skilled in the ground. Now is Tony Ferguson a better wrestler? Sure, but Tony Ferguson is also a showman. He wants to do some crazy shit like up elbows and fucking spinning shit and all that stuff, and Minari rolls and Nate being a high level black belt himself. Like it's gonna be a wild scramble of a fight for as long as it goes, and I think he goes all 5 rounds. But I'm gonna go Nate by submission after like a crazy war. If the doctor doesn't stop it, because Nate's gonna bleed, and so is Tony. But Nate, that's holy. I didn't even think about that. This is gonna be the bloodiest fucking fight we've seen in a long ass time, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
Both guys open up like crazy. I hope the doctor goes, well, you're bleeding like a fuck ton, and you're bleeding. Just keep going, fuck it. So I think he's gonna go 4 rounds. I got Nate by submission. But it's one of those things where I'm a fan of both guys. So I don't. Yeah, I mean, not that I don't care, but I was like, I don't really like. I think it's gonna be a great show. I got him. I got Nate by submission 4th round. I got so Chimaev, if he does have a medical, so Chimaev's team blame a medical issue. Whitman's with a medical issue, which is weird to me because like you were gonna fight with a medical issue, but then Dana White allegedly cleared it up, saying that he was going to that the doctor told him to stop cutting weight and all that shit, whatever. Let's say it's true that the doctor said stop cutting weight. We've seen that happen before, and the fighter fights the next day, his chin ain't there, or her chin ain't there, and they're physically look like shit. They're not moving as well, so we'll see. But like you said, like the heart and mind pick. Heart says Holland, mind says Chimaev. So I'm gonna say Chimaev by knockout, like 3rd round, 2nd round, and then I'm a fan of the Leech, dude. So I'm gonna go Leech. Although he is fighting a guy that's 10 pounds heavier, off the bat. So but I'm gonna go Leech. Decision on that one. Who are you taking on those 3?
I'm glad you did all that. This is going to be fun. I'm going Daniel Rodriguez. I think the Leech's time. I think his better days are past him. And you know what? I'm going to go Kevin Holland. I know it's a crazy pick, but I'm going by 1st round knockout. I think it's going to get dicey. I think that Chimaev is going to come out, and he's too much. He's too wild. I feel like he could come out and get the takedown, and maybe he will, and prove me wrong. I think he's going to come out and try to strike at range with Kevin to try to prove something. And I think he's going to find out that maybe his boxing ain't as good as he thinks it is. And I think he's going to wake up on the wrong side of getting thunderstruck and find out that maybe he's not the fucking God of war that he thought he was. What the fuck, that anybody can get slept if they get punched in the chin.
Yeah.
Also, I think that Tony is going to win the main event.
Okay.
On a cut.
I would fucking hate that.
That's why it's how apropos would it be for this event to end in that way? I think, and for Nate's UFC career to end in that way, like where he doesn't really get stopped, but like it just seems poetically fucking perfect. The fight, Nate loses the fight because of a cut. He's there giving everybody the fucking bird, bleeding like a slit pig. Tony's apologizing for the win because he doesn't want it to go down like that. fucking doctor standing over there looking like a dick. You can see fucking Nate's scalp. Like, I can see it now, man. Like that's just I hope Nate wins. I hope Nate just beats the fuck out of Tony and he wins in like the 4th round, like you said, by submission or like a late TKO. But I feel like Tony's gonna land one of them goofy elbows. Fucking Nate's eye is gonna do that number, and we're all gonna be like, God damn it, Hamzat. That's why you just got knocked out in the 1st round, you fucking twat.
Dude, fucking, it's funny you say about the Hamzat getting knocked out. I was scrolling through shit on I think Instagram or something before we came on, and I scrolled through one, and it was that one clip of Holland Buckley. Now mind you, Buckley's small compared to short compared to Holland, but Holland dropped him with a quick right hand and just knocked him out on the ground. So can you imagine if he knocks out Hamzat? I will be jumping off my fucking couch like, holy shit, like it's gonna be wild. So there you go. All right, and then you pick the man. I would fucking hate for that. Look, if you had said like Tony by fucking knockout or Tony by decision or Tony by submission, I'd have been like, hey, I'm not mad at that. But man, I would hate this shit to the end of the doctor comes in like a bitch, be like, yeah, we're gonna stop it, guys. Like, I would hate that, but
just
but it's very possible.
Yeah,
it's incredible, dude. And then real quick before we go, there's a picture out there. Nick showed up at the Apex for Wayne's this morning, and his eyelid is like this, dude. It's like over his eye. Like, and if you zoom in on the picture, it looks so fucked. Like, it's just like, it's weird. So look that shit up on YouTube, on Google later, because it's fucking wild.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's what fighting for a long time does. All right, we'll go through the rest of the comments very quickly, then we gotta go. Dive is real. Big boys running boxing. All fights have been said dives. A lot of them have, I'm sure, but it's just hard to prove it, right? We're just assuming. Nick's gonna be at a wedding during the Silva fight. Well, good. If he gets knocked out, you won't see it. 2-1 fight week. What's up, Tank? Jesse says, miss everyone and let me know when you have a pocket for me to come back and chill with y'all any fucking time. And love to Raider Nick. See y'all around. Going back to my holder rocking it. Jesus Christ. Bruce says, Gem City, nice electric outlet panel in your background, bro. Real beautiful backdrop. You've been talking about that forever. I'm not changing that shit up.
Listen, I'm gonna shock the fuck out of y'all one of these days. I'm gonna have a fucking new mic. I'm gonna have a fucking whole. I'm telling you, just wait for it. Just wait for it. Y'all are in on the ground floor of something good. When I finally come up and we start getting interviews and shit, and motherfuckers start coming around, y'all can say y'all was here with us in the beginning. I'm coming up. Don't worry about it, baby. I'm coming.
Bro, that's the first time someone called you out on it, though.
I appreciate that, though. I appreciate it.
Otis says Nate's pressure versus Tony's pressure. That's very, that's gonna be a thing to talk about after the fight. 209 Eddie Bravo collab. They made these rash guards. Represent made these rash guards for the Eddie Bravo Invitational. They're kind of fire. I didn't get one, but they're kind of fire. I think Kevin Holland's gonna shock us all. I fucking hope so.
Me too.
And Tony brings Khabib out of retirement. Let's go. He did say he's the man to do it. We'll see. And Holland finishing Hamzat will be crazy, insane. Look, man, I hope that shit happens just because I love shocking endings.
Same. Agree. I really don't got nothing personal good times. I just love the chaos, and him getting knocked out in the 1st round would just everybody's gonna go fucking ape shit.
Yes,
so let's go.
All right, boys and girls, that's it for us tonight. Appreciate you guys. I so ran into a bit of a problem with the outro and the intro. If you guys remember, I used to use Tupac beats, and I never gotten shit for it, and then suddenly I got shit for it. And so we're not going to do an outro piece. I'm just going to put the other thing that I put at the start so you guys can see it. But you can follow and put up the shit. KeyboardWarsMade.com to find all our live outlets. Everything's on there. It's a landing page. KeyboardWarsMade.com. At KeyboardMade for the show. At GemTD just for Fred. I'm at Eli32. Shout out to SpressPros.com and represent the sponsors. That's going to do it for us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate the hell out of you guys. Shout out to Santiago, Tank, Otis, Jesse, Nick, Bruce, bring it to the SJ, Mason was here. We had a lot of people. Raider was here. Oh, what is it? Tank. That's a tank. I don't know if I said it. Whatever. Everyone tuned in. We love the fuck out of you guys. You guys are dope as fuck. We appreciate you guys. Catch you guys next time we do this. Maybe we do this on Fridays now.
I was thinking that maybe we'll talk off air and figure it out. But maybe it is a good end of the week. It does look a good time to do it. Would you guys like a Friday show? Hit us up on Twitter. Yeah. So for myself, Mr. Fred Kirby, the entire team, we love you guys. Catch you guys on the next one. Good night. Good night, Wilshire.